Yeah, I should probably buy a new... I'm thinking about buying a new mic, but effort. Just why?
But you definitely have to like talk differently when you have it right up on your mouth because it's a lot more sensitive.
You're getting your Warriors DJ voice on right now.
Yeah.
You've seen that movie, right?
The Warriors?
Yeah. It was about the gangs who have to go from Coney Island to...
I know of it, but I haven't seen it, no.
Oh, well, that's a watch along. Put that in the thing. All three of us have to watch it. That's one of my favorite movies of all time. Oh my
Should
God.
I just keep the mic up here the whole time? Does it sound nice? I feel like I'm whispering.
It sounds like you want to do an ASMR video. That's what it sounds like.
Okay, I'll start it here for a gag, and then I'll move it where it normally goes because I'm afraid I'm going to blow it out.
Gotcha.
I woke up today going like, oh yeah, no work, it's Saturday. Oh wait, no, it's not. So
We had I have off Monday, so that's going to make next week confusing.
yeah. All right, I'm recording. I got the stream going. We're ready to go.
I've been recording for almost 6 minutes.
I'm recording too, by the way, just to clarify.
Cool. Oh yeah, let me bring up your Iron Man news topic.
That's we don't have to have news.
You put it in there though. It's been there.
I put it in there assuming there would be more news. It's not that important.
Justin just wants to end the show early. That's what that is, and that's fine.
No, I'm just gonna be like, all right. So this, our first very important news topic, the Iron Man VR demo.
No, you gotta stress that it's very important, like super
And then be like,
stress.
all right, that's our last news story.
I mean, okay. No, we're gonna talk about the next gen game.
I mean, to be fair, I was mostly on my bed all for the most this past week, like not doing anything or playing besides playing The Witcher.
I've been trapped in this room for 2 months.
Yep.
Justin's got a house. It's not fair.
True. But I have also been trapped in this room for 2 months.
Anyways, let's start the show. Hello everyone, welcome to the Try Shot Gamescast. Each and every week, friends gather around and talk about the games that they're playing, things going on in their lives. Today I have with me Justin.
Hello, everybody. Today we're going to be doing an ASMR on drinking beer. Listen to this. Ah, delicious. Like and subscribe.
And we have Ben.
Listen, I'll help you, but it'll cost you some coin.
That's The Witcher, right?
Hey, The Witcher.
Yeah, I did a thing.
You did it again.
Yeah. Did I do it last week?
Yeah, you
Yeah.
literally did last week.
Oh
and
my
we both
God.
were like,
Listen,
what?
I'm
and so
sorry.
Like, this week I was like, oh yeah, it's The Witcher.
I'm sorry.
Was it the
Sorry,
same
okay.
quote?
It's exactly the same thing.
Is it? Oh, God.
100%.
Listen.
I can literally just go back to last week's, cut that out, put it in here, and it would be the exact same thing.
Listen, okay, I understand what it means to not know what days are, and I don't remember at all. So doing that outside of the freak lightning storm from last week.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Was that a week ago? Holy shit, that feels like a month ago.
Yeah, you actually can't take that out of last week because the audio was lost.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's right.
So there you go.
No,
Maybe that's why I subconsciously knew. There you go.
no, I just
Well,
took
you
it
had the
from the
stream.
recording. But
That's
oh,
true.
Right. There you go.
The stream.
Well, whatever.
All right. I think this show is going to be a very short show, so let's begin with Justin.
I've played a lot more Final Fantasy 14. No, that's not everything.
Level
but
50 now.
Yeah. So yeah, the game's still very good. I was grinding out dungeons for most of the week because the Moogle tomb event started and I wanted to get some mounts. So I was trying to get like multiple sets of 30 tombs, which each of the dungeons I have unlocked at max give you 5. So it was taking a while. But it's also a good way to level up, and I wanted to get to 50. Stupidly, like I'm not going to spend that long talking about it this time, but stupidly, the main story quests go from level 46 to 49, and then like the Realm Reborn story is basically over after that. So like you do your level 46 quest, and then it just like locks you off until 49. So you just have to like figure out what to do to get up to 49.
Yeah.
So I had some guys grind with me, if you know what I mean. And then when I got to 49, or technically I was at 50 at that point, but I did my class quests and then started the next main story quest. And that's when I quit this time. But the story's got some really cool stuff in there. What was it after is it after the Garuda fight?
Yeah, after the Garuda fight, like it breaks down into like Star Wars Episode 5.
Yeah,
Empire
there's like
Strikes
some
Back.
insanity there with like I was trying to get a screenshot of it, but it went too quickly. But there was a shot of I think it was like Garuda versus like a big ol' like mech character, and it looked like a friggin' like Pacific Rim shot. It was insane.
Was it like the weapon or whatever that absorbs the other guys?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's like so crazy. It goes places. It's the most invested in the story I've been so far.
The dude talks like Darth Vader.
Yeah, he does. That's true. But yeah, a lot more of my attacks now are AoEs, which is really cool. It helps a lot with raids and stuff because I can just stay in the back and just spam AoEs. Like I got the Garuda summon, and all of its attacks are AoE, like wind attacks. So my damage output is getting a lot better, but I still kind of suck solo. It's tough because I can't no one else can take the aggro for me. And the summoner's not a great healer. The chocobo doesn't do it.
Mine
Like
does.
it'll attack, but they still like run away from the chocobo toward me. I don't know.
Maybe it's because I'm a healer, so they don't aggro on me all that much.
Maybe. I don't know if the enemy AI works like that, but maybe Quevin just sucks. But yeah, aside from that, I did some more VR stuff. I'm still getting into Beat Saber, but I'm kind of stuck on the campaign right now. There's some really hard missions up in like the 18s, like 17, 18 realm. I've got one that has a max multiplier failure. So like if you get higher than a 25 combo, you fail.
What?
And yeah, and the level has a bunch of runs to it.
That's so
So
dumb.
like if you don't miss something, like you get into a run and you don't want to lose your rhythm because then you'll lose too. Because like if you miss too much, your health goes down and you lose.
It's so dumb.
But like you have to basically plan ahead when to like purposefully miss something to reset your combo, and then get into the run that gets you back up to like probably a times 20, and then intentionally miss something else and keep your rhythm. So it's really hard. Like I didn't think a max combo multiplier would be hard, but it is with that song.
We want you to do worse. So
Right. Well, they want you to learn how to get your rhythm back, I think, after missing. Like pretty much everything about the single player missions are like teaching you elements of the game. Maintaining a combo for however long, or in this case, having to miss and then get back into your rhythm, or the ones where the notes disappear before you get to them. So it's like learning to keep track of, what's coming up next before it gets to you. Those kinds of things. But I'm just on really hard ones right now. And so like, I haven't lost my momentum to play, but I go into the story mode. It's not a story mode. It's just missions. And like all of the ones I have right now, I can't beat. So then I just go back to solo mode and mash out the same songs I love. So like I'm trying to kind of mix that up a little bit with like some faster, because you told me about the modifiers last time.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to play around with the modifiers, like do a faster song, like one that I can do in hard. I'll switch it up to be faster and try to get that down. And then I tried to do an expert with the no direction, where it's all like the dot blocks. So you just have to like hit the right.
You just gotta hit them.
The right color.
Yeah.
But that was still really hard because like there's just stuff everywhere on the screen.
Yeah.
And part of the problem is the space I'm in is not really as big as it's supposed to be. So I think like my actual 3D view is shorter than what the game needs it to be for those harder levels. So I need like a bigger space to work in, which now that I've cleared this out, I think it'll help. I cleared my office out, so I've got a little more room in here too. Because like if I want to do the Oculus Link to my computer, I was like bumping into everything in here. So I'll be able to try that out better, at least until we get a bed in here. But that's not so hard to bump into because it's a bed. But yeah, so I need more space to work in, and I think I'll be able to manage some of those more difficult songs because I can see the notes coming from further away. But I also I got my Oculus Link. I don't remember if I had that last time, but I checked out Lone Echo, which is like the single player campaign version of Echo Arena. It's apparently only on Rift, so I couldn't get it on the Quest. I could only get Echo Arena on the Quest. But it's a really good game. Like, as far as VR experiences go, it's super satisfying because it's kind of simple. You basically play as a robot, and you're like on this space station with one other human, like astronaut lady, and there's just some really nice back and forth dialogue. Which it sucks because I was trying to record some of it to show off like how cool VR can be, and I couldn't get a consistent frame rate. I'm still playing around with that because it's basically like mirroring what you're seeing on the computer screen, and that doesn't record super well. But it also doesn't record the audio to the PC. So like the best part is like the really cool dialogue back and forth between your character and the human character, but you can't record that. So it kind of sucks. But I'll find a way to share it. It's really cool. But anyway, you play as this robot, you're talking to the other lady, and like it's basically on you all to kind of keep this space station going. And you find this like strange anomaly out in space that like wipes out the power in the space station. And so since, you're not human, you can go out into space and actually investigate stuff. So you kind of get sent out to check out like these main points of interest and find out like what's going on like this planetary like outpost and a few other places. I've only done the outpost, so that's all I know. But the way it works is like everything is your hands. So you have like I kind of mentioned it with Echo Arena. It's the same controls, but you have like essentially kind of little jet boosters on your arms that you can push and like kind of move your hands, and you'll like kind of go in that direction like Iron Man style but slow. And then you also have like a booster pack that'll do kind of a quick speed boost in one direction for a little bit. And then your main kind of propellant is just like pushing off of things. Weasley. Yeah. Stay. So yeah, you like anytime you like run into something, you can, grab it with like the grip button on your controller. And then if you let go and like push off of that object, you'll go in the opposite direction. So it's like, it's all in space, anti-grav stuff. And so it's just really fun to get around because you're just kind of like I was in a cliff, or I was in a cave at one point, putting a robot back together. Like you grab his limbs and like put them where they go, like, in the leg socket and stuff like that. And so I was like kind of, climbing up the side of the cave, and then like pushing myself off to the other cave wall and grabbing that side. And then like I pushed myself out of the cave and was like scaling the surface of the planet. And it's really satisfying to get around. There's not like, from what I've seen so far, at least, there's no like combat or anything. It's a fairly kind of slow, like exploration based game, but it just really shows off the more like intimate elements of VR. And I don't mean like in a porn way. I just mean like, it's very isolated. Like it's just you and this other lady who's usually just like a voice in your head. But it's personal and, it's like heartfelt in a way. Because it's all in your head, like VR is just like whatever you're seeing around you. But like you're also kind of lost in space. So it does a really good job at like making you feel like you are the character. And there's some really cool stuff you can do. Like, you hit a button on your wrist and like you can, open up like a scanner, and if you scan objects and like pull out kind of the data pad, like information on them. You get like a laser cutter, and you have to like cut around different like control panels and stuff and like pull the panel off to like interact with the circuitry and stuff inside, like little kind of puzzle rooms like that. It's a really cool game. I think it's been my favorite like VR experience so far. And I'm excited, like I said, now that I have more space in my office, I'm excited to jump back into it because I always felt like I couldn't really move around very well in this space because I was constantly knocking into things. And then I briefly jumped into I Expect You to Die because they're having like a
rude.
They're having like an Oculus sale right now. Like I think it's a 1 year of Quest Oculus sale. And I Expect You to Die is basically like a kind of a James Bond type. Like you're a secret agent and you're put in all these death-defying environments, like escape room type things. But if you don't figure out what to do, you die. So like it takes you through a tutorial of like how to grab things and, you know, like you can like telekinetically pull things toward you and that kind of thing. And then it drops you into the first mission, which is like escaping a car that's inside an airplane hangar.
Yeah.
And you're supposed to like drive the car out of the airplane.
Yeah. It was really
and then like activate a parachute. And so I had no idea what to do. Like the pockets on the side of on each side of the car have like diagrams in them.
Yeah.
Of like various things you're supposed to kind of put together that help you, like a bomb and things like that. I couldn't figure out the first thing I was supposed to do. So like I need to jump back in and give it more time. But
you didn't complete that level?
No.
Oh wow.
I couldn't find the screwdriver.
Okay. I don't remember the solution, but I remember I did it.
Yeah.
And it was like really cool. Because like you could just mess around with stuff too. Like you don't have to just solve the solution. You could just like
that's kind of what I was doing. Yeah.
It was pretty fun though, like messing around with you.
Because I turned the car on too soon.
Yeah.
And like I think it was the laser ID scanner.
Burned me. Yeah. It scans it and it's like you're not the right person and it kills you.
Yeah. So it's just kind of one of those really fun like proof of concepts.
Yeah.
And I heard about it a long time ago. It was one of those things that made me want to try VR one day. And now I guess they've like added a bunch of free content over like the few years since it's been out. And so I'm really excited to jump back in, but I didn't have a lot of time with it yet. But yeah, that's one that seems really cool. But that's pretty much it for me. I've been playing a bunch more like GBA and DS games for an upcoming video that I'm finally getting back to, but I'm not going to talk about. Oh, I do want to briefly talk about one. Sorry. You said it's going to be a short show, so I've got time. Urban. What?
No, never mind.
Urban Yeti. Have either of you heard of this game?
No.
No, but I don't like the title already.
Yeah.
It might be the worst game I've ever played.
Why would you do this to yourself?
Because, okay, so I'm not doing this to shamelessly plug myself. I've done that plenty of times before, but the video I'm working on is basically like underrated games that viewers have suggested to me.
No.
So it's mostly GBA and DS games because those are the videos that have done the best, like of past lists.
Yeah.
And so like basically every game that someone has suggested to me, I have picked up and tried, and then I've erased a few of them from the list because they just didn't interest me. And underrated or not, I have to like at least care about the the type of game. Like there's a few like Dragon Ball games and things like that. Like I'm not gonna play those. But I'm trying to keep, like, even if I hate them, I'm trying to keep the ones that like are still an interesting concept on the list, just to have something funny to include. And so like Urban Yeti is one that is just so stupid, like in concept, that I thought it would be interesting. But it's a Game Boy Advance game, and it plays kind of like the top-down GTA type games. That
already sounds awful.
Yeah, like I had Payback on my GBA list, and I think that's why Urban Yeti was recommended, because it's similar to that. But already, like top-down GTA style games aren't as good. And then this one is essentially like you're playing as a Yeti in the city.
Oh god.
But you can't really do anything. Like there's the civilians and cars and stuff around, And like all the people want to kill you, and all the cars try to run you over. But like if you punch a civilian, it seems like you can never kill them. Like they just keep falling over and getting back up and like attacking you, and it's dumb. And there's like this there's a button dedicated to like a Yeti call, and I don't know what it does other than hurt you.
Did you not read what you're supposed to do in this game?
No, I did. I mean, I started to do it, but I'm just saying like the actual GTA elements of like running around the city, like doing shenanigans.
Okay, I just want to mention.
Really works.
I just want to mention what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to find a mate.
Yes, I was getting there.
Okay.
So
I didn't know if you're gonna mention that or not, so I needed to mention it.
Yeah, no, there's all kinds of crazy, weird,
It's
like
so
stupid things it has you do. But the first thing is like you basically wake up in the city and you're a Yeti, and so you're like walking around doing things, and then you hear this awful audio cue because all of the audio in the game is terrible. Like most of these games I was playing while watching stuff because I don't use the audio anyway. I just put in my own like music tracks, but I had to stop what I was watching and actually like play the audio from the game because it's so terrible. I had to like I wanted to be able to have a bit of it to use in the video. Because like all the sound effects are like just bad midis that don't fit, and yeah, it's like things over top of other things. Like, anyway, so you're wandering around and you hear this awful like audio cue, and then it just like immediately cuts to a title screen saying like something like I think I hear the distinct cries of a female Yeti.
Yeah,
you have to go find her. And so like it puts an arrow on the screen of like where to find her. And so you go in that direction and you get to a toll bridge, and it says like, you're a Yeti, you don't have any money. Like they're not going to let you across the toll bridge without money. So you have to get a newspaper and get like a part-time interview for a part-time job to get money to get across the toll bridge to go bone a female Yeti.
What?
It's so stupid.
It sounds really dumb.
Yeah. And like in general, this could be a fun, campy thing, but it plays terribly. Like nothing in the game is fun to do. So yeah. I had to shout that one out. Like I try not to spoil my videos and stuff, but that's
a special one.
It's so bad.
Who even made that?
I don't remember.
Okay, I'll look it up.
You just had information up. You knew that he.
I just watched the video. I didn't
okay, gotcha. But it looks awful too, right? Like all of the.
It
it's like all muddy.
It doesn't even look good for a top-down GTA game.
No.
It looks worse.
Like Payback looks better than that, and that game runs like trash.
The publisher is Telegames.
No idea.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's all I got.
So Ben.
So I'm going to show you the duality of man. I've played exactly 2 games this week in my last week of quarantine. A little self-isolation, I guess. I'm fine. I'm okay. I tested negative. I think I said that last time, didn't I?
Yeah, you did.
Yeah. Okay.
You want to just repeat everything you said last week?
Yes, and then lightning storm. Okay.
Well, to be clear, you're fine by Ben standards.
Yes, I'm still
like you're no worse than usual.
Yeah, I'm gonna die in the morning, anyways.
So real quick, the developer of that Urban Yeti is Cave Barn Studios, and there's like no info on them.
Of course, there isn't.
Okay, go ahead, Ben.
So I played a lot of Animal Crossing. I officially had KK Slider on my island this past Wednesday, so I got to see the credits. I beat the game. I officially, as my friend said, congratulations, you basically just finished the tutorial. So yeah, I still like this game. I still find myself pretty much every morning opening it up and getting the fossils and talking to my neighbors and watering plants. So now I'm on past war plan now because like now I'm just like I have a path that leads from the airport to the center hall, and I have it then leading it to Nook's Cranny and then leading it to the museum. But then I realized maybe I should have one at least to the bridge, and I realized my first neighbor Scoot, I love that duck. His house is right in the way, and I'm like, fuck, I'm gonna have to move it, aren't I? shit, and it's 50,000 bells to move houses.
Yep.
So I was like, well, that's fine. He can be. I'll do it later, but I'm definitely gonna move it. I have a little. I posted a picture of this on Twitter, but I have a little playground that I put together, and then I downloaded some of the sand flooring, and I put that so it's like like that. So it looks like a mini little. Despite that, the villagers can't play on it or anything. It's just an aesthetic. It's just pure aesthetics. God, it'd be so much better if they could do something with some of the stuff.
Yeah. Like, I got a teacup ride. How cool would it be if I'm walking by and they're in the teacup ride?
Yeah, I got that too. And it kind of just makes a noise. But yeah, I love it so far. I'm really loving it. Right now. My main goal is I downloaded this recipe a long time ago, but it's this big robot thing. I have a lot of materials. I actually have all the gold nuggets.
Wow.
I'm just missing.
Jeez.
Yeah, I have like 15 of those right now. And I only need 10. Now I need like gold armor, a rocket, and something else. Because I want to fucking. And I have the Godzilla thing thanks to you guys. I think it was Thomas who sent that to me. And like I want to create like a set piece around it, but I can't do it yet. Because they haven't, the materials haven't come up yet, or I haven't run into them. So, yeah. But yeah, I'm really liking where my island is at right now. It's a 3-star rating right now. I'll probably, even though I'm leaving Isolation, it'll probably be like my morning game, like the one I play on the bus to work, because it doesn't take that much to do. So yeah, I still deeply love this game. Who knows how long now that I haven't done any terraforming stuff yet. I have ideas, but I'm intimidated to start because I don't know, well, maybe this. I've thought about creating a bigger pond because I only have one small pond that's on the lower level and one on the top, and I'm like, well, maybe I should have one, create a big area in the middle and make that my pond and decorate that, but I don't know yet. So I haven't looked at any of those islands for ideas because I don't want to feel like I'm stealing, but at the end of the day, who cares? It's my fucking island. So yeah, I'll be exploring that soon, but right now I'm kind of just I'm going to build paths. Oh, and I'm building, paths for every villager's house. So every villager's going to have a little walkway, and I'm putting shrubs on the sides of each house or along the pathway. And then I'm putting if depending on where the house is, I'm putting little flower beds right next to their houses to decorate a little bit more. So the only place I haven't really touched yet is the 3rd tier level, because that's where I put my bathhouse, and I'm thinking, well, I'm gonna do something with that. Maybe put make that a long entrance to the bathhouse, and once I get the pool, I'll put the pool there, and it'll be just a nice vacation spot. Maybe if I get different benches, I'll put there. I don't know, because I haven't even gotten I feel a lot of stuff I've seen in the shop or on the Nook shop is kind of limiting. I don't really I'm seeing a lot of the same stuff. I haven't really got anything new.
Yeah.
So I feel I'm just buying stuff just maybe I'll get something new the next day. But yeah, so far and I opened up the second room, which I have no idea what to do with it. I don't I don't know what, because, I've already, the kitchen was a brilliant idea. Okay, so, I'll make it a kitchen, which, by the way, I hope everybody's seen my kitchen photos, because I love what I did with my kitchen. But I don't know what, I have a flooring for it, I have, wallpaper for it. I just, at first I thought music room, because I got a guitar and I got a bamboo thing, but I'm I guess I'll see if I get more music stuff, maybe I'll make it a music room, But we'll see. No plans right now, though.
You can put KK Slider songs on the walls as album covers. It's pretty cool.
Maybe I'll make it a music room then, and then just decorate it with musical instruments with KK Slider music playing in the background. Because I have a couple of his songs already. Mm-hmm. So maybe I'll just do that and have a nice, cool music room. Yeah, I haven't I don't know a lot of the DIY recipes. Every time I go to Nook's, every time I go to the main the main house, whatever I can't remember what it's called, the business office. I'm gonna call it just for my own sake. I go there and I don't see any new DIY recipes. So the only new DIY recipes I'm getting are from when I go. When I wake up in the morning and you find the empty bottle, but they're always lame. Oh, it's a chair. Oh, it's an umbrella. I'm I want furniture shit. Damn it.
Every day there should be a villager at the workbench, and if you talk to them, they'll give you a DIY.
Yeah, I've done it a couple times, and sometimes it's a repeat or oh, okay, not what I wanted, but okay.
Yeah, those are the only ways. I mean, sometimes you get them in balloons, like the balloon prisons.
Oh, I've never had that happen to me. I've gotten good stuff from it. Don't get me wrong, but never a DIY. But I'll keep an eye on that.
Mm-hmm. There's not a lot of ways to get DIYs aside from just like, hey, anyone have this DIY? Okay. And if they have an extra, they'll give them to you sometimes. But
maybe I'll just do that.
Yeah,
but I know a lot of people just use them. But yeah. So yeah, that's Animal Crossing. Love this game. It's definitely one of my favorites this year. Shockingly, like if you I don't know if it has to do with the quarantine, being self-isolation, because I played a lot even before I went into self-isolation. It's just at this time I was able to like do a lot of it, and I didn't get sick of it at all. Like at points you're like, okay, I think I should stop for the day. I think I've done enough, but I don't think I've ever gotten tired of it. You think, and with a game like this, I think it's very easy to get tired of something like it, but I always found something to do, regardless. So I'm actually more excited for like the update stuff. Like I started like a couple nights ago. I started dreaming about, I can't wait to see what this place looks like in winter. When it's like snow and shit. Like that's what has me really excited. I love winter updates.
I hope you can still make snowmen in winter.
We'll see.
You could in past games.
We'll see. Hopefully that's a feature they kept. Besides that, I went like hardcore into The Witcher 3 this week. Like, I think last week I said I was kind of like lukewarm on it. I was like, it's intimidating. Once, I don't remember, because it's been a quote unquote a week, or it feels like a month. I don't know if I did the Kira Metz storyline by this point. I don't think I did, or if I did, I was in the middle of it. But either way, I finished that quest, and that was sort of like, I get it now. I understand now. And I started, like, I basically just did the story quest, and I'm going to spoil a little bit just because, like, I'm pretty sure most of our listeners have played it. So I apologize, but, like, it's incredible. It's a really incredible video game. It's becoming one of my favorites. I haven't played and I know it's not technically Western because CD Projekt Red is in Eastern Europe, but it's like I posted this on Twitter. This is what I wanted Skyrim to be when it initially came out, with like a strong narrative, this interesting world, this kind of darker fantasy world. Like this is the combat stuff and like this is what I wanted. And like I was worried that I was gonna get Skyrimmed in this game, where I'm like I'm not enjoying this. I'm not having fun with this. I'm dying too much. I haven't had that problem at all. Maybe I think I died a couple of times, a lot during the beginning parts, but now it's like I know there's something fun when I see a monster, or I know I'm going against a monster, and like there was a foglet thing I had to fight. This creepy little monster that was hiding in a cave, and I tried taking it on because I was like 1 or 2 levels below it. Let's give it a shot. And then I kept dying to it. But then I got like this cat eyes potion that allows you to see in light.
Yep.
And then like looking at the enemy's weakness and stuff like that. And I leveled up a couple of times, got some better armor, got some better swords, and went back to him. I fucking demolished him. It felt so it feels so good. Like once I got a rhythm, it felt so good to slay some of these monsters. Which, by the way, shout outs to the creature designer for these, because some of the they're so grotesque and ugly looking, but in the best possible way. Like the Witcher 3 aesthetic is not the aesthetic I like to be in, because I like my fantasy like very high fantasy, very regal. This is very grim and gritty, ugly fantasy, but it knows what it is, and I appreciate for that. Like there's a quest that ties in. Like where you have to meet these witches, and I'm thinking, oh, okay, witches, whatever. And then you meet them. They're called the Old Crones, and they're possibly the creepiest and the most disgusting takes on witches I've ever seen. Like one of them looks like it has like a piece of bark for its head. Like it's really creepy and unsettling. One of them, there's like a phobia people have. Like if you look at too many holes, it freaks people out. I don't know what that is. There's one witch who has that, like with her eye. So if you have that phobia, just hold your head down during the cutscene, because I don't have that phobia, but it freaked me out. And they're like all grotesque and fat, and like they eat kids and shit. But really, what holds this game together for me, is Geralt, like and the other characters.
Are you gonna say his name right, like ever?
Geralt, isn't it, or Geralt?
You watched the show.
It was like in January, motherfucker.
It's more of a gift.
It's January.
Geralt is not. No, fuck it. Jerry. He's Jerry. Fine. He's Jerry of the River.
See, okay, we're never gonna get him to say the name right.
Yeah. So yeah, Jerry is one.
I feel
of
like
the
my
best
January
characters
joke didn't get enough enjoyment.
Yeah. No. Geralt. This is what I see. It's my dyslexia. It's Geralt. Whatever. They say his name in the game like all the time. Look, listen. The Witcher. He's the closest character to I've played as that I can compare to John Marston in terms of like you just want to be around this guy, the badass with the heart of gold, and you want to see what happens to him, whether it's good or bad. To me, this is my new Red Dead Redemption. And for those of you who don't I don't know if I ever said this on the show, but like Red Dead Redemption 1 is one of my favorite video games of all time. Like it's amazing. And I think this at least in terms of Western releases or non-Japanese releases, nothing's really come close to that until this game. Like seriously. It's great. And now I understand like the bigger picture and like there's this fucking civil war going on. Yeah. And like I've gone to Novigrad, which is like the big city, and like I noticed because like when you're in the Velen, like the first big area outside of the White Orchid, and you see like the swamps and people in their huts and they're dying and there's pillaging and there's thieves everywhere. Then you go to Novigrad and it's like pristine city, but then like everybody's like whispering under their breath, mongrel or cursing. Like they're like the first thing you see when you go to Novigrad is two people being accused of witchery and they're being burned at the stake. I'm like, holy shit.
Yep.
Like you got extreme Christians, which I'm like, I can't wait to kill you all. I can't wait to kill any of you. But I love it. I love this story. Like I don't know where it's going because like it like in terms of Ciri and the Wild Hunt, because I feel like that's like in the way back. Like we're going through all this other stuff. I just met up with Triss Marigold and. God, why did they have to make all the women in this game like so fucking attractive? Like, why?
Yep.
Like, seriously? Like, Yennefer, right? I know her from the show. She's hot. She's hot in the game. I met Kira. Kira's hot. First woman I had sex with. She's great. Then I meet Triss. I'm like, oh, hi. Weirdly enough, she doesn't have an accent. That's the only thing that weirds me out is that like everybody. Yeah. No, she doesn't really have... It's like, it's not bad. It's just like, everybody else has like this like British accent or some kind of accent to them. Versus like, she's just... It doesn't sound like she has an accent to me. Which is fine. That makes her different. But yeah, I love her red hair. She's gorgeous. Mm-hmm. And I love that, like, alluding that Geralt and her had history. Yep. So like, I don't know what that's about. Yeah, like a lot of fucking... God, like, just like... Carol just loves to have sex with sorceresses, I guess. He loves witches.
He loves the witches.
Yeah. Jesus Christ.
They know how to keep themselves young.
Yeah. But
they know how to make the magic happen.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. No, seriously, this my trepidations from that I had last week are gone. Like it's personally gone. Although I'm missing in the second half that I'm in Novigrad and the city stuff. I do miss, like, because you're not fighting as much monsters. It's mostly, like, men. Because there's a side quest because you're trying to find Dandelion, who may or may not be kidnapped by this guy called Whoreson, who I love that's his name, Whoreson. It's Whoreson Jr. or whatever. And, like, you have to go to these three places. And so you have the option to either, A, buy your way in or just kill everybody. And I was like, fuck it, I'm just going to kill you guys. And then the next time I was like, well, I'll just buy my way in because maybe I can be stealthy about it. And then like I try to ask about like where he's at and like, hey, who wants to tell him where he's at? And then I have to fight the whole place anyways. Like, all right, let's fucking dance, bricks. Yeah, this game is great. And there's still a whole bunch of areas even in Velen that I can go back to and do like side quests because I'm not nowhere near the level. And I will say this as somebody who's new to the game, like seriously, just do story stuff for a bit. Maybe do the occasional side quest that's like your level, but like you'll level like the amount of experience you get from like doing story stuff is insane, in a very generous way.
Yeah. So the problem that I ran into with this game, after going through the mid part, I leveled up way too much, and now there's like all these different abilities that I can use, but I'm just sticking to one, and I can't get past that, which kind of sucks. Like I like to be able to use all of my abilities that like I leveled up, but I can't use.
Yeah, them. I'm not a fan of that.
Yeah,
where you have to it's basically choosing a loadout. I wish you could like set it aside, like, oh, this is my loadout for this is my loadout for that. I mean, so far I kind of forget about it, honestly, because I just have this one thing set and it's done fine by me.
Yeah,
you know.
Yeah, it's just the optimal loadout for you.
Yeah, so like it's worked out.
I just wished I could play with more things without sacrificing my optimal loadout.
Yeah, agreed. But
it's fine.
Yeah, and just to speak on the Switch version, like it's you know, it is the impossible part. Like it's amazing that this game is running this well, like in terms of everything. Like it doesn't. Again, it's nothing. It's not going to look like the PC version at all, but it's definitely competent, for sure. And definitely playing in handheld mode is probably the best. I'm not saying it's bad to play on TV mode or anything, but like I think I find I wish I could play it longer. Sometimes, but most of the time it's because I don't. It's because I just want to get out of bed. But like when I do, and like days I'm like, you know what? Like past week it rained a lot, so I didn't get out of my bed. I just hooked it to the battery charge and just played it for like 5 hours straight. Because it was awesome. Yeah, it was just great. Like there was one point where like I literally went down because I didn't do any of these question marks, like basically landmarks and stuff. I just went down the coast and just like, okay, this bandit keep, this is this, and just basically went on a murdering spree and. You know, stuff like that. Like, this isn't for everybody for sure, but like if you can get that initial like, oh, there's a lot of mechanics here to worry about, then it's great.
Yeah.
I still not a fan of the weight system. I'm really not a fan of that though. Like, I have more saddlebags that I can hold up to like 90 pounds or whatever.
Yeah.
But even then, I'm constantly like in the 80s and the 70s. I'm like, what the fuck am I wearing that's like holds so much? Because I don't have that many swords. I don't have that many pieces of armor.
Yeah.
And none of the alchemy stuff like weighs anything, which is I think that's good, because then I would have a problem even more so. But like, fuck, is my shit weigh that much? Good lord.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, great game. Like seriously, like now I understand what the hype was all about.
Have you met like the fisherman people?
Oh, the drowners?
No. Like they're on an island.
No, I haven't met. No,
okay.
I'm not to Skellige yet.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking of, Skellige. Yeah.
Yeah, that's the next big area, which technically I'm level enough to go to now. And there's some side quests I started at open in Skellige.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm hoping once I get over there, it's more monster stuff because that's more stuff I like versus the city stuff I'm in right now.
Yeah.
But
I mean, some would say man is the greatest monster.
Yeah, no, trust me, they are. If you just play Novigrad, it's fucking.
I mean,
great.
the way the Witcher acts, like, yeah.
No, yeah, like I just like just before
he's like these are just monsters. They're just doing their normal natural instincts, and then like people are just horrible.
Yeah, like I just like there was a side quest where I just sat down. This intellectual was giving a speech. And like this one Rodanian guy was like, I think you're a spy for Novigrad or for the Nilfgaardians or whatever. Yeah, for Nilfgaard. And he's like, I don't know. And then like you have the option to like, you know, fight him or like back out. You know what? I'm not gonna deal with this. And like he just kills the dude. I'm like, dude, the fuck?
Yeah.
Like you know, like yeah. Sometimes man is the worst monster. It's just not trolls are sentient in this game.
Yep.
And I've met two of them. One of them who was like,
they're not smart, right? They're pretty stupid.
No, they're like, you know, they talk like Hulk would, like a dumber Hulk.
But they have thoughts and feelings and stuff. So
yeah, for sure.
Can they love?
I think they can.
Yeah, they can.
Yeah, they can love. But like no, seriously, like I understand why this game got so much like appeal. Back when it did, and even still to this day, like I never understood, like how can you play this game for so long? Yeah, I can see, and I still haven't touched the Blood and Wine. Like that's a whole nother can of worms.
Yeah, and those are supposed to be pretty big too. So.
Yeah, which is even crazier. So,
was that can of worms like WYRMS?
Wow, Jesus Christ!
Damn it. But yeah, I mean, I won't lie and say depending on how I go. I mean, Xenoblade Chronicles DE comes out next Friday. So my Witcher playthrough will probably go on hold for that,
yeah.
Which is fine because you know what this game does? It lets you know what you were doing last, you know, whenever you load it up. So, yeah, that's it for me. Just those two games, but fuck this game is good. Like I'm glad I got into it, and I played it, and I hate myself that I wasted time on the Wonderful 101 as long as I did, which is 3 days, and I could have had those 3 days to play The Witcher, and I could have gotten like way more done. I don't know. Well, I'll never get that time back, but hey, I'm an idiot. So.
Well, I'm glad you're enjoying The Witcher.
Yeah, like it makes me want to rewatch the Netflix series, and like maybe I'll understand more stuff.
You might, yeah.
Speaking of games coming out, I want to say real quick that I am planning on reporting on Minecraft Dungeons next week, so hold me to that.
Really?
It's on Game Pass.
Oh, okay.
If you want, I can download it too if you want to play.
We can play together.
Yeah, we
All
should.
3 of us, yeah.
That'd be the best way to cover it, I think.
All right. So I'm not going to talk about something that new I've played this week because it's just been Final Fantasy and some GTA here and there. But I did play Shenmue 3 a week or two back, and I was playing a lot of it, and I'll talk about it now. But that game is very much Shenmue.
I keep forgetting it's out.
Yeah, you start off in this little town in China, and it's just talking to people and then waiting for the right time to go do a thing. Which in this game, they thankfully had the foresight of fast forwarding you, like being able to fast forward to that point where you need to be, and like fast traveling back home to rest up for the next day, stuff like that. They never had that in the other games. But the side job here is just cutting wood, and I foolishly spent all my money on capsule toys. And so, because apparently, like if you get all the capsule toys within a set, you learn a new move, which is really dumb, but you do. So I spent a lot of money on that, and you need food in order to walk in this game.
Makes sense.
So like I had no food. I had like 3 pips of health. I had to go and cut a whole bunch of wood for this old man. Yeah, it's very much Shenmue.
You couldn't shed move?
No, I cannot Shenmue. And running depletes your health bar.
Very well, thank you.
That's so stupid.
Can you show me where they went?
What?
Can you teach me the move?
He's doing the yo lines.
Can you tell me about some sailors?
There you go. That's the line everyone wants.
Yep.
You could play games of Lucky Hit, which I immediately did when I got the chance to. I still like that dumb mini game. It's just Plinko, which is fun. But yeah, I need to get back into it. I haven't played it in a while, but it's just they added a lot more grinding to Shenmue than I remember. Yeah. And don't play it on the hardest difficulty because you'll get your ass whipped by a nobody. So, yeah, I'll talk about more of that next week. So let's hit on into the news. So our most important piece of news today we have is Marvel's Iron Man VR demo is now out on PSVR.
Are you gonna try this?
Actually, I might do that tomorrow.
Because I thought you were actually excited about this game.
I am.
That's why I put it in there.
Yeah. No, I'm just pulling your chain.
Yeah. Well, I'm kind of curious. Like, I can't get it. It's PSVR only.
Yeah.
But I'm kind of curious about it.
Yeah. I'll get the demo and try it out tomorrow.
Cool.
If I don't do that, remind me because I might just forget it.
Okay. Yeah. They also had the release date in there.
It's isn't it this month or is it next month?
It's next month, sometime. I don't remember. I didn't pull up the news story because there's no real news.
Sony confirmed the new July 3rd release date. I think it was originally supposed to come out in May.
Yeah, like around now.
Yeah,
but they said there's going to be like a collector's edition or something.
Yeah, I'm not gonna buy that. I already have a VR, so
right. It's cool.
Yeah. So what we'll do instead, we'll just talk about the confirmed and expected games coming for the PlayStation 5 and the Xbox Series X. We'll start with
that's all the news.
Yeah, that's pretty much the There's nothing that excited any of us, so we're just like,
No.
fuck it.
It's the lull before the 4 months of games coverage starts, for sure.
So yeah, we'll just like, if you have something to say about any of these titles, we'll talk about it. So let's start off with PlayStation 5. Well, this is going to be a multi-platform game, so we'll start off with Assassin's Creed Valhalla. I'm actually pretty excited about this one.
Me too.
Considering the conquest battles from Odyssey, which are pretty sick. Like, there's a point in the game where you can have the Spartans and the Athenians fight each other, and you can help which side like win that battle. Like, it'd be pretty cool if they have like warring factions, Vikings, and like trying to help out which one to conquer areas and stuff.
It definitely seems like they're taking some of the Shadow of Mordor elements with like kind of the, you know, the bigger scale combat, and I think it'd be cool if they brought in like the actual Nemesis system. But
yeah, the Odyssey actually has that, like a form of it, not exactly that, but
really?
There's a mercenary system they have, which basically kind of looks like the Nemesis system. Yeah, it's all, and then there's also the cultists that you need to hunt down and track and kill off all of them. So
nice.
Yeah,
I'll definitely check this out like on current gen, not next gen.
It'd be really cool to see what they do and flesh that out, because it was actually pretty good in Odyssey.
Nice.
All right, so Dirt 5 again, multiplayer racing game.
Yep.
Destiny 2.
What? I've never heard of that.
Fortnite, of course.
Yeah.
Godfall.
I wouldn't be surprised if they do like either a rebuild of it or like a Fortnite 2 using the Unreal Engine 5.
Yeah, that'd be pretty cool.
Yeah.
Then we have Godfall.
I don't know what this is.
I remember this being like the slasher looter that they talked about.
Is it like an online game or a single player?
Or it's a looter slasher. It's a single player and co-op where you join groups of up to 3 people to take on and explore dungeon or dangerous challenges.
Okay, so it's an online game.
Fantasy action RPG, yeah. So think of Destiny, but with swords.
Cool. I like swords.
I think Ben said that he was really like the look of this.
Which one?
Godfall.
Oh yeah, it looked interesting. It looks interesting, yeah.
Great.
I'm trying not to do. God damn it!
What?
I hadn't heard of it, but I'm interested now.
I'm pretty sure we talked about this earlier. But
God damn it, Thomas! Really got to be posting that shit in the Discord now? Really?
What?
I posted. I posted a picture of Triss.
Thanks.
Yeah, I put an eggplant emoji on it.
So we have Lord of the Rings Gollum.
That's so weird.
Yeah, I keep forgetting this game is happening.
I forgot about this game happening until I saw this on here. So it's coming from, what is it, Daedalic Entertainment?
Daedalic, I think.
Daedalic. Ooh, I don't like.
I mean, I say Behemoth, so don't trust me.
Yeah. So in Lord of the Rings Gollum, you play as Gollum, obviously. In the story told from the creature's perspective. It's the first time across the entire Lord of the Rings, blah, blah, blah. That story is being told from Gollum's perspective.
That's neat, but it's Gollum. Like, you don't want to be Gollum.
It's a it's supposed to be like, not a point and click adventure, but in that style, where it's more like a Telltale type.
Oh, okay.
And the idea of like your choices affecting like how Gollum he becomes sounds kind of cool.
But
where it's like
that
he's kind of that duality, you know?
Yeah, but that contradicts the I don't like that idea, because like he inevitably has to go to a certain point,
right?
You know, like, and I don't like changing anything from the books or the movies, so
yeah, like it feels weird to have a choice-based system with a character whose outcome we already know.
Yeah,
but the idea is cool, just not necessarily with this character.
I don't even know if the idea is cool. It's Gollum. Like, Gollum was neat, but like as a game, I don't know, man.
I don't know. Like, I like it from an alternate universe standpoint. Like, you know, I was talking about the Telltale Batman Season 2 with Joker, and like the way they handled that where he kind of has the same outcome no matter what. It's just a matter of how he gets there is kind of cool. Because you know who he's going to become, but you don't know how he's going to become that character. If that makes sense. And I think they could play with that, but I still just... This game's gotten very little press, and I feel like it's going to fizzle.
Yeah, I mean, it's also the fact that it's a Lord of the Rings game where it's like, it's not... I think it's the first one where it's not, like, going to be action-oriented. And I think that's going to turn people off, because, like, you know...
I mean, has there really been a good Lord of the Rings game, also?
Yeah.
Yeah, Shadow of Mordor.
Yeah. I mean...
But that's tangentially Lord of the Rings.
No, it's Lord of the Rings, man. Lord of the Rings, Shadow of Mordor. That's the full name of the game.
I mean, it's a PS... I mean, like, are you
Technically, it's Shadow of... Wait. No, it's Middle-earth, Shadow of Mordor.
Okay, fine.
So
Lord of the Rings is not in there.
Fine.
So same Earth, though. But yeah, did you say recently, or did you say, like, at all?
At all.
Oh, yeah, Lord of the Rings: The Third Age. There you go. Published by EA and the PlayStation 2.
Yeah, those were... I like those games.
Those were good. And then
the movie tie-ins weren't terrible.
Yeah, no, they were fun. I loved playing those. They were solid.
Yeah, they were fun co-op games.
Like, the console ones were cool. Hack and slash, kind of simple, but cool. And then the GBA ones were neat, like Diablo-style games.
Oh, I didn't like those. It's too hard.
Oh, I liked that more, actually. That's all I had. But I played the console games at a friend's house.
So we also have Outriders, which is from People Who Can Fly, who did Bulletstorm and Gears of War Judgment. And they're partnering up with Square Enix for this title. It's a cover shooter, but it's going to focus on destroying your foes with number of cool abilities.
Sounds super generic.
Yeah, I want to see the gameplay. Bulletstorm very much interests me, and I like People Who Can Fly. So, and also the image kind of looks like a Destiny image.
For sure.
You have your Warlock, Hunter, and Titan.
But with that weird guy that has like a Jason mask.
Yeah, that's the Titan. And we have Quantum Error, which is a cosmic horror game.
Never heard of this.
It's the second game from Team Kill, following the debut of Kings of Lorne, The Fall of Ibris.
Never heard of that either.
Released in 2018. Yeah, very little known. Gameplay, or that's somewhat remarking, Doom meets Dead Space.
Cool.
And
Don't
then
care.
we have Scarlet Nexus.
The Ben game.
Yeah, the Ben game.
I don't remember this one.
This was at the Xbox presentation.
Yeah, this is at the Xbox thing.
Oh, the anime.
The anime
right?
thing, yeah.
Yeah. Oh.
Are you not following along in the article?
No, I couldn't remember it. It's been a while.
Because that art style, like,
it was like 2 weeks.
Dude,
Yeah.
I see a lot of. I also have watched a lot of anime this week.
I mean, yeah, it's
so.
an extremely generic anime art style.
Yes, I'm like, I apologize if I don't remember exactly.
And then we have Vampire the Masquerade Bloodlines 2.
Yeah.
And we have Watch Dogs Legion.
Oh, yeah.
That's the one where you could play as all these different types of NPCs and be a grandma.
The famous.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was cool when it was announced, but it feels like it's never going to come out now.
Apparently the release date for PS5 is fiscal year 2020 to 2021, which
Yeah, sure.
So which is April 2020 to March 31st, 2021.
I just, like, before we move on, I gotta say, we know so little about these systems that are supposedly coming out in a few months.
I know, right? It's ridiculous.
Because they're not coming out.
It's absurd.
I doubt they're coming out. Like,
They're holding steadfast to fall 2020 with no games to announce for launch.
Yeah, the last time they released new consoles, it was like we knew a lot. Like, I think we've seen the consoles by then now. Right?
But by this time in 2013, we had the infamous Xbox conference.
Mm-hmm.
We hadn't seen the PS4 yet, but then it would only be a month later.
Yeah.
So,
and to be fair, they're probably going to show off the PS5 next month, and we have already seen the Xbox One X or whatever it's called.
Well,
the Tower of Power.
I thought we just seen the picture. We haven't seen the actual thing yet, right?
We've only seen it like in mock-ups. We haven't seen like a physical thing.
We've seen the Xbox Series X. There's supposedly more Xboxes to come.
Yeah.
What's in the Xbox?
Yeah,
No,
one of
seriously,
them
what's in it?
allegedly will look like Gwyneth Paltrow's head. That's what I've heard. Just don't,
Is that the twist in that movie? I've never seen it, so I don't know. I
Yeah.
just know the meme.
Oh, you've never seen Seven?
No.
Oh, dude.
It's a really good movie.
Yeah, it's
That's
pretty
what I hear.
good.
I just feed off of memes, okay? Leave me alone.
That's fair. But no, Gwyneth Paltrow is Brad Pitt's wife. And the twist is that the killer got to her.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because Brad
You
Pitt's
just
tracking
spoiled
down who the
Seven.
killer
Sorry,
is.
Everybody that's never
That
seen
sucks.
Seven.
It's from 1998 or
The
something
one
like that,
person that never seen it.
which is Ben. And he's listening right now. So sorry. But if you haven't seen it by now, you're not going to see it. Let's be honest.
Right. Then we have Rainbow Six Siege and Quarantine.
Oh, I hope that is that a working title?
Oh, I guess it has to be now, right?
Yeah, please change. I understand it has it was probably a thing before, but please change that. I don't want to hear this fucking word ever again.
Rainbow COVID-19.
You know that's what's gonna happen, right? We're gonna get a whole bunch of COVID films in the next year and a half.
Oh,
2
yeah.
years.
I mean, Division already did this, right?
Yeah.
They were ahead of the They were ahead of the curve.
Isn't that also Tom Clancy?
Yeah.
Is it?
Yes.
Okay.
He puts out, he's dead, but his people put out the same thing over and over again anyway.
Which Quarantine was the basically the PvE version of Siege, and Siege is pretty good. So I was looking forward to that. Then we have Warframe.
Of course.
Shocker. No big surprise. Then we have Elder Scrolls 6, which is listed here, but not the other game that's supposed to come before that.
Yeah, that seems weird.
Starfield, whatever.
Yeah.
Star something. Yeah, or as I call it, Broken Scrolls 6.
Well, they mention, like Starfield, Bethesda hasn't said if Elder Scrolls 6 will come to next generation consoles, but that seems like a sure thing. They just don't mention Starfield for some reason.
Yeah.
Even though that's coming first.
And then we have Battlefield 6, which is from DICE.
Mm-hmm.
Uh,
These are all expected titles,
Yeah.
for the record, so
Yeah.
there's
Yeah.
very little information on most of them.
and then Cyberpunk 2077, which I'm
Of course.
really looking forward to. I'll hit that on.
Yeah.
Thursday, though.
If it's not like a Deus Ex clone, I'm excited. But I'm kind of over that series.
Deus Ex.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then we have Modern Warfare Warzone, which is already out. I think that's the free version of their Battle Royale.
Mm.
Yeah.
And then the next Call of Duty game. So for Xbox Series X, we have Halo Infinite, which we know hardly anything about.
Mm-hmm.
Coming supposedly this year.
I guess.
Gears 5.
Wait, that's already out?
Yes. I don't know
Yeah,
why Gears
okay.
5 here. I don't know.
Right.
It's weird. I guess they
That
just
is
mean
weird.
the old version is coming to the new thing.
Maybe.
Okay.
Like that cross-platform type thing.
And then we have Fortnite, and then we have Senua Saga, Hellblade 2.
Oh, yeah. That's right.
Hopefully it's a better game than Hellblade 1.
People liked the first one, so
Yeah, I
I'm
know.
sure it'll be more of that.
Hopefully it's better. And then there's a whole lot of similar shit here. And then we have
Everwild looks cool. That's the new Rare game.
Everwild. What? Oh, yeah, that's right.
Yeah. We don't know much about it. There was just that cinematic trailer, but I'll trust anything new from Rare. As long as they're not making more, Kinect sports titles or Sea of Thieves updates, I'll take it.
Didn't people speculate that this is supposed to be like a Breath of the Wild type game?
It seems kind of like it, yeah. Just an open world, kind of beautiful landscape type game.
Okay.
Like Sea of Thieves, but, in nature,
Okay.
where you can do whatever you want.
Then I'm just scrolling through this just to see if there's anything new. They put NFL in here. Gods and Monsters, which is another Ubisoft game.
This is what I was super excited about and then got delayed with everything else.
Yeah, the open world action adventure game features mythological creatures in a sprawling fantasy world. No specific release date. But yeah, it was delayed to 2021.
I thought this was a Switch exclusive. Maybe I misread that.
No, it's coming. It was supposed to come to all current gen platforms, but has been delayed. So now we don't know what it's coming to.
Okay. Well,
but I think it is coming to Switch too.
Better be. That's what I remember hearing it about first.
Yeah, because they got the reveal trailer, I think.
Then we have Bright Memory Infinite, which looks pretty cool.
Yeah, it looks like a generic pretty game, but it was from that Xbox showcase they did like a few weeks ago. Yeah. I don't know what day that was.
Call of the Sea we have, which is that first-person adventure puzzle game.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Then we have Chorus, which is the Gross game.
I thought
Chorus was the Gross one.
That was the one that had like the weird PS2 looking models.
No, that was
Bloodline,
something else.
Vampire.
Yeah.
Was that Blood? Oh, okay. Well,
I was thinking of Scorn. That one also looked gross.
Okay, yeah, Scorn's the gross looking one.
Yeah, I'm not sure what Chorus was.
Then we have Second Extinction, third-person co-op shooter from Systemic Reaction. Second Extinction has players fighting to take down all kinds of mutated dinosaurs.
That looks gnarly.
That's the game that made me say I want more games where like you get to play as the dinosaur.
Yep. Then we have The Ascent, which looks pretty cool. Cyberpunk RPG.
Oh yeah, that's one I thought was Cyberpunk, but wasn't.
Yep.
It looked okay.
Then we have The Medium, which is another horror game. There's a lot of horror games for this.
Yeah. That's the one that was like kind of trying to be Silent Hill, right?
Blair Witch, Layers of Fear.
No, it's from the developers of Blair Witch and Layers of Fear.
Yeah.
But like aesthetically it was similar to Silent Hill. Where like the environment changes around you.
The music did.
Yes. Yeah. But also it's similar to Silent Hill.
Camera work, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The way you're like going through normal places that shift around you as you explore them.
And it's funny, they list Starfield on this this article.
Wow.
But not the other. That's
They're both from GameSpot too.
Yeah. Is it the same person?
Yakuza.
Yeah, a game that's already out.
Yeah, I skipped the rest of that stuff because it's just stuff that's already out or was already on the other list. But yeah, that's it. Not very exciting.
No.
I think we're gearing up for possibly the most lackluster launch for consoles in video game history.
The hype's not even there.
Yeah.
The GameCube had a pretty poor launch.
I think this is pretty bad too.
Yeah.
This is not just one console. This is two consoles.
That's true. We're just not ready for next gen. That's the problem.
And y'all were, and I was being called crazy. Like I feel it's too soon.
It is. Well, because it's the fact that the games coming out are going to be current gen also, and that's kind of been the trend for the last few generations. But it's more noticeable when we don't really know anything about next gen yet. And the games are also going to come out for current gen, so there's no reason to go next gen. Just push it off.
I think the thing that really screwed this over is that the half-step consoles, because the half-step consoles has made gaming better, like the games way better than they're supposed to be.
The PS4 Pro and the Series and the One X.
Yeah. Like if you take a baseline 4 and a baseline Xbox One, they're way underpowered compared to these new consoles.
Oh yeah.
So I think
but they never made any games that were only possible on the half steps.
Some might argue.
Well, fair. But I'm just saying, like now next gen is going to be current gen compatible. So a lot of these launch titles are going to look better. They're going to perform better. But that's not gonna. They're still playable.
Yeah, is that going to make somebody who already owns either a PS4 Pro or an Xbox Series X buy the One X or the PS5 at launch? I don't think so.
Right.
Probably
not unless you're a hardware junkie.
Like, I got my One X, so I didn't have to buy the new system.
Yeah. Yeah, it's
so it's a weird time.
Yeah, it's very unexciting.
Yeah. And I think maybe like this time next year might be generous, but I think like holiday next year, the next gen consoles will start to look more appealing. But the problem is there's 4 months of games coverage coming, and that's their time to sell us on next gen.
Yeah.
Otherwise, it's gonna be dead in the water.
Yeah, and the Switch will just outsell everybody.
Well, that's gonna happen anyway.
Yeah.
Although, really, I mean, Nintendo needs to sell themselves too. There's not much coming for the rest of this year.
Yeah.
That we know of.
That we know of, yeah. But
I know there's stuff coming.
Yeah.
Supposedly, Metroid Prime Trilogy is still real. We've
heard
got
that
more
rumor for 3 years. That shit ain't coming. That's a dead rumor. I refuse to believe it anymore.
I believe.
I know.
Remember 2 years ago? It's ready. It just needs to be launched. Nah, man, I'm done.
I think they've been holding on to it. Really, like I do. I think they were planning on putting it out in time for Metroid Prime 4.
They realized last year
Metroid Prime 4 got delayed.
Good games on the Switch.
And there was too many other games, so they didn't see reason to put something out to get people ready for a game that's still multiple years out. But this year they might not have as much, so they're like, well, we can put Metroid Prime Trilogy out as a way to, keep people around when we don't have as much stuff to put out.
We'll see. I mean,
because when you're sitting on something and there's a pandemic delaying all your games, put out the thing you're sitting on.
Right.
But then there's also supposed to be more Mario remasters or remakes, I guess.
The bullshit rumor that all 3 of them are getting remastered. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't believe that, but I do like it's the 35th anniversary. There's more stuff coming.
No, for sure. I believe that.
Mm-hmm.
But like, I don't know. To me, I don't think Nintendo has to sell anything because they got it. There's already a lot on there that they can sell, and even though we have Animal Crossing this year, and of course Paper Mario's coming out, but like, yeah, and Xenoblade obviously, but like
they have no holiday titles
that we know of.
I'm just like that's what I'm saying is they need stuff. I'm not saying they need to sell themselves. I'm saying they need to announce the rest of their lineup.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, like the big, not rumor, but like my big speculation is that if these generation consoles are coming out, well, what's the perfect gun that Nintendo has to compete with that? You got Breath of the Wild 2 just right there.
Oh yeah, that's probably going to be a holiday title.
That's the big gun that they're really hiding that we haven't heard of.
That's not coming out this year.
We'll see.
At the very least, or at the very latest, I'd say March next year, so to line up with Breath of the Wild 1.
4-year anniversary.
Yeah. But I don't know. It's a weird time for gaming right now because especially since a lot of stuff that has been planned is getting delayed, and like the games coverage has to continue. It's like, what are you showing of these games that are no longer coming out when they were planning? So it's like a lot of stuff is in limbo. It's weird.
Yeah.
But then the consoles are like insisting on coming out this fall, but the games are going to get delayed, and so it's like, what's the point?
Right.
Yeah. I know Sega themselves, they keep teasing this Sonic announcement for since they were supposed to announce it at South by Southwest, which was back in March. Obviously, we know what happened there.
Mm-hmm.
And now it's like, well, they've had nothing but announcements, so they have something. Like, I don't know why you don't just drop it at this point, but
right.
So yeah,
they're due for a new game.
No, yeah, they are, considering they haven't had one since
Forces?
Lost World. No, Lost World. Yeah,
Forces.
What's for? I don't know what you're talking about. What's that?
I mean, Lost World wasn't good. Let's hold your horses.
Lost World was way better than.
Also, Mania came out after Lost World.
I'm talking about like 3D main entry. I'm not discrediting Mania, but like I want a 3D Sonic game that's actually somewhat decent.
I'd see them doing another 2D first because it'd probably be a Sonic Mania 2.
Dude, okay, you know why that's not happening? Or it's if it is happening, it's not going to be anytime soon because the developer for Sonic Mania 2 did a Kickstarter that nobody talked about and failed, and he wasn't working on Sonic Mania 2. So if it is happening, it's not under him.
I thought Sega and him also had a fallout.
I don't know about that. I hadn't been following. I was surprised. I'm like, because I expected, like, oh yeah, they're gonna work on Sonic Mania 2 because that was a huge hit. Like, nah, that's one typical Sega move. Don't work on the thing that makes you successful. Let's reinvent ourselves again. So yeah, it's gonna be a 3D Sonic. There's no way Sega themselves does a 2D Sonic again.
Yeah, there was that like fan proof of concept for like an open world 3D Sonic game that was actually pretty good. I'd like to see them do something different. Like, not just a 3D Sonic game. Like, that's like all the other games, but in 3D.
Yeah, well, that requires effort, and that's not something in Sega's wheelhouse right now.
Right. But like a Sonic Adventure 3, but like good. Because the Sonic Adventure games aren't that good.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's it. Everybody, show's over. Justin, where can people find you?
You can find me if you look for Zero Score. That is 0_score. On Twitter. Also just Zero Score. Just look for Zero Score places. On Twitch,
it's like the
YouTube.
Worst thing. Okay.
Whatever.
His Twitter handle is 0_score. Just look that up on Twitter and then go follow him there and check out his shit.
Yeah, I know. I got caught up on the underscore part, and then I was like, wait, it's only underscore on Twitter. Crap.
Okay, Ben.
Twitter.com/marvelousiggy, where you can see all my cute Animal Crossing pictures of my island of Marvelous Isle, even though it's not called that, it's just called Marvelous. I got a new villager, gorilla named Pee-wee. He's adorable.
Oh yeah,
what?
I got a new villager too named Whitney. It's
why did you go at the gorilla? What the fuck?
Whitney is awesome. I almost got her. Pee-wee is terrible.
Pee-wee looked fine to me. He just like, I want a nice place to live. You guys, some of you people on Animal Crossing Twitter fucking hate your villagers. And
it took me forever to get Whitney. Like, I talked to her like 100 times, and she finally said yes.
Yeah. I got Sprinkle. I don't know if I talked about Sprinkle. It's my cute little penguin villager a few weeks ago.
I just want that crying ram. That's the only one I really, really want, but I'm not going to be like crazy people like...
Is that the clown?
Yeah, the clown one, yeah. Yeah, unlike he belongs on my island, okay?
She?
They?
I don't remember.
He's they, just to be safe. But yeah, except for, unlike everybody pining over that stupid cat.
Raymond's overrated. I would take him, don't get me wrong, but he's overrated.
I don't want that cat. If I see him, I'm like, bye, I don't want you on my island.
Like, just to get over here, I don't want him.
I'd take him. As long as I can kick out Fuchsia.
Yeah, let Ben take Fuchsia.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll take her. I loved her. Please.
I'll trade you Fuchsia for Raymond.
If I ever get Raymond, yeah. Sure.
And you can follow me on Twitter, CSG Thomas. Also, check out our website, charshut.com. Me and Ben are going to be watching the best WrestleMania ever, WrestleMania 17.
That sounds like sarcasm.
Boy. Get ready for some Limp Bizkit, bitch! Oh, I can't wait.
What's funny is that I actually like Limp Bizkit.
Oh my god. I loved it when I was a teenager. Oh god.
So
it's my way. Sorry.
My way or the highway.
The highway. Let's go. Sorry.
Yeah. Okay. You can email me, thomas@charshut.com. You can check us out. We stream this show every Friday at 9 p.m. Eastern.
8 p.m. Central.
And I don't think shows do that anymore. Like, say, 2 different time zones. They just say
I'm just saying, there's 2 people here on Central Time and only 1 on Eastern. So.
I'm just saying that's not how they used to do TV ads in the 90s. I mean, that is how they do TV ads in the 90s. I'm saying they don't do that
this
now.
This is the year of our Lord 2020.
Okay. Yeah, so until then, next time, enjoy your games and have a good night.
Wash your hands. And that's a wrap for this podcast.